All right, we're live on YouTube.
Yippee.
We'll go live on TikTok. We'll do this. So I guess today we're covering a little bit of anime characters in perspective. We'll kind of see what happens, but that's the overall subject of the day. Drawing characters and bodies and having a bit of perspective for shortening. We'll see if we go into any really wide lenses, but for now, we'll pretty much just draw box people.
Yeah. Hey Dahlia, hey Almond.
All right, we should be live on TikTok as well.
Awesome. Yippee.
Awesome. Just looking for something to watch while you draw. Very nice.
Yay. I need to practice more of my box people.
I was able to warm up a little bit today.
Oh, that's good. Hey Dahlia, hey Lexi, hey Salem, hey Michi.
You know, I was even thinking
What?
we could do a little bit of this kind of stuff.
What stuff? Oh. I see what you're saying. I see what you're doing. Hey Gizmo.
How would we what should we do? Maybe we'll turn the torso. What do you think of that?
Low. Oh, that's fun.
We could do something like
I like that.
how about that?
Sounds good. That looks good.
It's kind of a weird pose. It's really hard to pose it inside of this dumb thing.
Maybe you should pose it first and then put it in the thingum.
Kind of like a cool pose.
Hey, Grandma.
Be like, what about like this?
Oh, that's cool. I like that pose. I actually really like that pose.
And now let's go to a really wide lens. And we'll do this.
Wow, will I be able to draw that? I might. Oh, that's cool. That's wild. I like that one. That one
This
looks
one
fun.
more?
Yeah, I think I like that one more. There's more to draw.
We'll do like a really wide lens with this figure here.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like this. I like hold this up to the camera. It kind of looks like.
That's cool. Oh, that's
that.
good. Even that's good too.
Yeah, but that's not a super wide lens.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Kind of fun. Hello, Dahlia, Lexi, Salem, Michi, Nashi. Hope y'all are doing good. What about that? It's like flying over backwards.
That's fun. Colton is preparing. Oh, that's cool. I like that. It just always keeps focusing on the hand.
The fist. What if I
Hey Nashi, how's everyone doing? Okay, that looks good.
What if we just do that?
Yeah, that looks good. We actually, Renee, we actually do have an eye tutorial on our YouTube channel. So you can go and check that out. I think it's called How to Draw Both Eyes at Any Angle, and it's just a really good breakdown on how to draw eyes. Has a bunch of stuff in it as well. I don't know if we'll be doing eye tutorials today, because we're focusing more on drawing some characters in perspective. But we also have eye tutorials on our TikTok as well.
That's cool. What if this leg was like... If it was like that.
That looks good. Like even that looks cool. Yeah.
What if I take her face?
Maybe we could show, or it's gonna be hard to pose that under the camera.
Yeah, it would be really hard. I'll take
Yeah.
some pictures of it first. Not
Alright.
like that.
Yeah, well, I think that looks great. Well, that's fun. I'll do that.
We'll do that.
That looks good.
There's a pretty extreme perspective of a character.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Actually,
In a
I'm
very
excited to
wide
draw that.
lens.
Yeah.
We have a couple more. We've got this one. We've got that one. That one's cool.
That one is cool.
I kind of like the latest.
Yeah.
That
the
one's
latest
pretty
one I
good.
think is my favorite.
Yeah, that one looks pretty nice.
Yeah. watching show for a bit.
Are we
Nice
recording
panda
because
bear.
I'm on my job? Yeah, we're on YouTube as well.
He stuffed
You know,
me.
Gene came into the Discord call.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't
Is
know
this
that.
foreshortening? It would include foreshortening.
It would include foreshortening.
Anything in perspective has foreshortening.
Yeah. I really like this one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I feel like I might be able to attempt this.
I would just attempt it in boxes. Just
Yeah.
like kind of like look at the overlaps between them.
Yeah. Like I think the head, it kind of looks like a slight 1:3 ratio for a box. Then we have the fingers in front like this.
Will you send the reference pictures in Discord? Yes, I
Yes.
can do that, Dahlia. I'll do that really quick.
If you guys want to draw these as well, feel free to do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just send them in live demos.
Yeah, we can do live demos.
Yeah, we can send. I'll send some of these in live demos, Dahlia. That's cool. That's a sick picture.
That is a really sick picture.
I could take a crack at it as well.
Yeah.
I'm not really used to drawing in extreme perspective, so this is more like.
I feel like the box for the pelvis looks like it's kind of tilted a little bit, and we're facing.
I tried
down.
to tilt it, yeah.
Yeah, so I like that. So it looks more like it's facing this way.
It's
This
fun.
is probably not going to turn out very good in the first try, but that's okay.
Yeah. The top box to me. Is this the torso?
Yeah, this is the head.
This is the head.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You got that pretty well then.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I thought that was the torso for some reason.
No, this is the torso right here.
Yeah, there we go.
This
And then that
box
pelvis and that box is coming towards us a bunch.
and this one. We'll see the bottom of this box. Kind of looks like that, I
Yeah.
think.
How's everybody doing? Let me go ahead and pingu.
Pingu. This box looks like it's going the distance.
Content updates.
Oh, looks like it's going back in space. This is
We're
getting
live.
smaller. Looks
Today's
pretty
topic.
good. You need to make sure that all these boxes are proper boxes. Gotta draw a little bit slower.
There we go.
Awesome. Wow, look how much smaller this hand is compared to this one.
Yeah, I mean, look at the crazy difference, right? You got this fist, and then you've got this hand. This hand is like microscopic. This fist is bigger than the head, and then the head is a lot bigger than the torso.
Yeah.
Just because of the extreme perspective.
What's the schedule for today? We'll be drawing these images. In these
that one's
crazy
so
angles. That
cool.
one's so cool. Wait, what the heck? That's so cool. Oh, that
That
one's
one's
really
pretty
nice
sick, too.
So if you want to draw along with us and try these out, feel free to. They're on live demos, and I'm gonna be turning these into boxy people because that's part of my homework. So.
Might as well do homework on stream.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Hoppy, for the follow. Free Art School, yeah. Lord XJJ, are you new?
Free art school, yes.
We technically are kind of like a free art school, but we also have our own school program as well, like online school program. Yeah, we do teach. We stream, we teach, we make YouTube videos and TikToks and all kinds of stuff. And today we're doing some perspective. Oh, so you're new. Awesome. Welcome.
Awesome. Welcome.
If you like drawing art and improving, feel free to hang out a bit. So anytime that I'm looking at this torso, I'm thinking, oh, this is the top of my box. Right here. The clavicle, the shoulders, that's the top of my box. Going down in space, so that's like, I'll draw a top, a box looking from above. And then this one looks like it's tilted even more, so I'm at a different angle for this one, but we're still looking above it. I think so far it's looking not too bad. This leg comes out like this. I'll see slightly. Would I see the side of this? Maybe I would. Maybe it'll be more like this side. Yeah, that's good.
Boxes help with any poses. It doesn't just have to be extreme perspective. Like every single pose you ever draw is going to be in perspective. Like it just might not be in an extreme perspective.
I might as well draw a silly face on this guy. That was goofy. And then this is going way in the distance, so we actually will barely even see this box. We'll only see kind of like the top, and then the rest is history.
What is the topic? It's top of the stream. Anime characters in perspective. Although this isn't much of an anime character.
Not anymore. I'll turn it into
good.
an anime character. I just want to get this thing set up first. How would I do this kneecap? Would I just draw like the other box?
Doesn't the kneecap actually stick with the bottom rather than the top?
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think
I didn't want to stick to the bottom this time in this figurine. It doesn't really stick to the bottom in this one.
There's no.
So
You can't even see the
really
foot.
accurate.
Yeah. I guess I'll just draw the foot
Hey
like
Koi,
that.
hey Fox, good to see ya. It's been a while. It's been 8 years. How's being 22? How's 22 years old being?
What iPad are you using?
Yeah.
This is the iPad Pro 13-inch.
iPad Pro 13-inch.
Yeah. All right. So that one's done actually. This little basic structure is done.
Fun topic. Yeah, we're trying to cover some various entertaining topics.
Entertaining, huh?
Entertaining, fun, educational. Hitting the bars is just lovely. Nice.
So I think this is good, and then I'm gonna turn this into an anime character.
You know,
Yeah?
I bet you I could find some good poses in that book.
What book? Oh, that book. That book. Oh, why can't I move my iPad? Okay, there we go. Honestly, after just 2 weeks of Jean's mentorship, I've definitely gotten way better at drawing boxes, and it makes drawing bodies like so
How about
much
this one?
easier. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
All right, I'll do it on this one then.
So let's see. We'll turn this.
Yeah, so we got this pose book here, and sometimes we farm it for poses, and then we'll take these mannequins here, and we'll set them up. Maybe like, okay, so this girl on the cover is really tilted. She's kind of looking up like that, and she's like,
Hey, Koi. Yeah. See you later.
she's kind of like that. And then that is... Actually, I think this is pretty close. Except her elbow's kind of more like...
You know, I feel like there's just times where I just want to make a random character, so rather than drawing our usual... Oh, that's good. That's really good. I feel like it should be
There
up
it is.
more.
What?
I feel like this should be like raised up more.
Raised up more? It's kind of... I think it's about right.
That is about right. I think I'll just make
Yeah.
random characters for these.
So we're
ones.
taking this pose on the front of the book right here. And all I've done is I've just recreated it with this little mannequin right here. And then what I'll do is I'll take my phone and I'll go to my camera app right here, camera app, and I'll go all the way to 0.5, a really wide lens, and then we can just take pictures of it in an extreme perspective like that.
Whoa, that's sick.
And we'll take some pictures of it. And then what you get is you get this character in extreme perspective in that same pose.
Whoa.
Although it's really noisy, so we can't really see much.
Unfortunately.
It honestly works really well. We could even go... I should take this sketchbook out of here. It's really got a lot of drawings on it. Maybe I will...
Let's make this girl a baddie.
Maybe I'll take this girl off of this little stand.
Give her a widow's peak. I don't see a lot of widow's peak characters very much. Like slick back hair like this.
I'll get this girl and I'll take her off and I'll put this dude on this little stand instead.
And we'll do a little swoop.
There we go. So he's on this stand now, so we can actually just stand this up. Just like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And then I'll take my camera and I'll start taking pictures of it. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that.
That is very nice. Oh, thank you, It's Studio, for the follow. Oopsie. And we'll do a cool little ribbon for the hair.
I feel like our torso's actually tilted just a little bit more back like that.
Oh, wow. Look at the transition from this face to that face.
Ooh, that's nice.
She
Nice
got
stuff.
some plastic surgery. And then,
What if her knee was like...
I think her
His.
chest looks more like this. Yeah,
maybe
good.
like a little bit more in. I think this is such a good idea. I don't know why I haven't done this a lot.
What I have to do now is just add some anatomical information. Oh, she looks so cool already, guys. I can draw people in perspective now. I can't believe this. I used to struggle with this so much. Well, I still struggle with it, but not as much as now. Let's give her like a turtleneck.
That's fun.
I think I made this box too much like that.
You need a fist.
Yeah.
A little fist ref. There
Yeah.
you go. The little fist reference.
It's like zoom in really big.
It's funny. Where'd you get the mannequin from? It's called. Can you write it down? Actually, Toa
Yes.
Heavy Industries.
Toa Heavy.
They're really expensive. It's because
Industry.
they stopped manufacturing them, and so all you can find is like price gouged ones. But the prices fluctuate here and there. Sometimes you might not be able to find one for under $200. I'm talking about this specific mannequin. I know there's like a bunch of different ones out there, but this one's specifically a Japanese posable figure.
It's very flexible. The joints are great.
Yeah.
The
Toa
guy's
Heavy
actually
Industries,
more. Yeah.
1/12 scale. There's a male and there's a female. We have both. We actually have 2 of each. But you can find it online, on Amazon, on whatever.
Actually, I don't think the way how my fist is correct, but I'll just continue. Make it look so easy. I had to draw hundreds and hundreds of boxes, Cren's cube boxes, before getting to this point.
Should I be using boxes only for dynamic poses? No, you can use them for everything.
Yep.
Stiffness comes from a lack of like fluency in the pose of like a gesture rather than what you're using. Like boxes don't make things stiff.
Nope. Boxes establish perspective really well because you can see multiple sides of things.
Yeah, this is a fun little pose. I like that. I like this. This little mannequin's super helpful.
It is actually really helpful.
Because like you just find like a pose book, right? And you just put the mannequin in that pose that you see.
You know, maybe I'll give her like a kunai. Ooh, a kunai. That sounds cool. Okay, hold up. I'm actually really excited. 1 second. I haven't been this excited about drawing a character in a very long time, actually. And I think it's because I can unlock the possibilities.
These ones are good too.
Those are really good.
Those are sick, dude.
Hey, Masu, we are live. Welcome. Senti, thank you for the follow. We'll do a kunai like this. Is this how you draw a kunai? Maybe I made this.
It's like a diamond-ish with one part longer. It's kind of like that, I think.
She's a kunoichi. Well, I don't think I drew this right, but it's whatever. I think I need to make this a bit bigger.
Hello, Masu. Hello, Rose Sketches. Senti, thanks for the follow. It's Studio, thank you for the follow. Miki, if you could see her forehead.
If you could see her forehead. Help.
Andrew Dingus, hello. I want that mannequin. Do it. Get it. Get one.
Save up for it.
Do
Hopefully
it. You
won't.
won't. No, I'm
Do it.
kidding.
You have to.
Oh, that's a nice sinking pose.
No.
Give her like
Good
a
to the
glove.
chopper.
That looks like this.
Whoa, he's like see-through. That's crazy.
Actually, no. I should go along the form. That.
Artemis, hello.
Hey.
Is that the other Artemis?
Artemis Heart?
Artemis Heart?
Is
Or is that
Artemis
Artemis? Mad.
I think it's probably the real Artemis.
It's just
the OG Artemis.
It's just the real Artemis. It's an iPad. It's Procreate on the iPad.
Guys, you don't know how unbelievable this is to actually be able to draw this. I have not been able to do this at all
Yup.
back then. And Colton can testify.
Oh yeah, Christina always suffered with this stuff.
I suffer with this stuff so hard.
But that's why it's so important to cover like what we went over yesterday. Actually, the whole foundation for this drawing right here,
Let's go back.
we covered it on the last stream.
Mm-hmm.
This, and then also 5-point perspective grids. 5-point perspective, extreme foreshortening, understanding all of the all that stuff, you know. Cone of vision. We talked about that all on the last stream. Broke down a little bit of artworks.
And actually, Colton did all these drawings.
Yeah, I did this whole stream.
Yeah.
And this is the foundation. So if you want to be able to draw like what Christina was just doing, this is the foundation of that. You can find that on our last live stream.
Did you guys go to art school, and how long? I went to an art and design college for about 3 terms, and then I stuck more to online classes.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Some. I guess the answer would be yes, some.
Some.
I went to more art school than Christina did. I went through FZD School of Design in Singapore. It's a concept art school. I graduated from there. I worked as a concept artist for a number of years, and then Christina and I started our anime academy together. Had a draw, and we started live streaming, and we made 2 books. But yes, we do take classes online and stuff. You definitely don't need to go to art school. We didn't learn most of this in art school. Christina's taking a mentorship with Gene Bond right now, and that's been really helpful.
Yes, for sure.
But a lot of this stuff you can learn from like books and YouTube and stuff. You just have to be diligent with it. The thing about art school is it gives you homework that you really feel obligated to finish, and so people are much more likely to actually do it. But pretty much all this stuff you can find for a lot less expensive than art school.
Yeah. Well, Gene has all of his stuff for free on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much all of his stuff.
We keep promoting him because he's just very helpful. And he's been on our channel a few times.
Yep.
Yeah, like a guard would be good. Maybe an extra kunais.
What if the hand pose is like this instead?
Oh, I like that. Oh, it looks magical.
Like,
It's fun. Hey, Loopsy, we've been good. Yeah, for sure, Lau.
How did it take you guys to understand perspective? Do you mean how long? It's an ongoing process. It's really just a long time process to learn perspective. You know, you get better at drawing in dimension. There's definitely some foundations that you have to know.
Alright, there's character number 1. Do you want to draw one?
I don't know. Not necessarily right now. Let's. Can you cover constructing the head with boxes and adding features?
Oh, that sounds fun.
I don't know. Do you want to cover that today?
Yeah, we can. We can cover that.
Another question: I've been trying to draw bodies like this, and I keep filling ends chibi. That would be a proportional issue. The reason that a chibi character would look like a chibi is because of their proportions.
Constructing the head with boxes and adding features. I think with that, it's less about like how to fit a whole entire head in a box, but it's more like how do you boxify the head. Does that make sense? I guess I'll show it really quick. So when I'm thinking about like a head in perspective, I'll make it a quick one because I do want to continue drawing these characters in perspective. I don't just think, oh, it's just like a round object like this. Instead, I like planarize it, so I will like flatten this out, and this will be like one side of a box. So like if I were to draw this, it would kind of look like this in box form. Technically, it's actually
Are you
facing
still
down a
streaming
little
on
bit.
TikTok? Yep. Yeah, we're live on TikTok right now.
So this is just a concept, right? I don't expect a lot of people to like actually carve a head out of this. It just takes way too long. So it's more like when you're drawing heads from different angles, think what is the side of the head, and that's the side of your box. What's the front of the box, and that's the front of your head, and that's where all the features go. So this is that. It's the same thing. Here's your ear. That will appear on the side of the box. And what you can even do is add in an ear on this side, just to like help you out a little bit more. Right. If you get the proportions right on the face, then it's not really about the box. It's about is the features in the right placement. And when you're drawing like a nose, I like to simplify it into like a triangular prism, like that. So sometimes just adding an ear and a triangular prism to the box just helps you to establish that sense of 3D space. That helps a lot, actually. Oh, great. Awesome.
Can you draw a normal perspective pose with boxes just in this example? We have that a lot on our other streams. This one's going to be a little bit more extreme perspective of a stream. And the reason is because as soon as we start doing those, it ends up taking up the entire stream.
Yeah.
What is that long thing going on?
That's the laundry. That's laundry's done. So that's dryer's finished.
Yeah, there's a lot of those kind of poses. We stream them all the time.
Yeah.
So if you wanna check out some of our past streams, we stream all the time. Box, pretty much, you'll get a lot of those kind of poses and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, we talk about proportions in our YouTube videos as well as our anime art schools.
Yeah,
so.
we have videos on it on TikTok, on YouTube, on everything.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I can do it this fast is because I've done it a million times. I've memorized the proportions in my head, and I don't really need to. I don't really need to construct and do all this like chiseling in and everything like that. It's just.
Yeah. Oh, Jean, hello.
Oh, hey, Jean.
Yeah, this is what
Yeah, dude, are you proud of me?
So, Jean, this is actually really interesting, right? So we'll get like a pose book or something, right? Like this. And then we'll take these poses and we'll build them out with like a mannequin, right? Like this. And then we'll go and take the camera on the phone and we'll take a picture of it in a wide lens like this to use as reference from any angle. So it's actually kind of clever and it works really well.
I like it.
Like, wow, like, look at that. That's a sick pose.
Oh, I can imagine it's like flying in the air.
It's
like
kind of a nice little way to get some reference.
We got a few follows actually.
Did we?
Fat Celeste, thank you for the follow. Links, thank you for the follow. Katie 2050, thank you for the follow. Amanda, thank you for the follow. And Oni Suna, thank you for the follow.
Yours. Thank you everybody for the follows.
Do you have any fully rendered pieces, by the way?
Smart. It is smart. It is smart.
Mm-hmm. Colton, do you want to show some fully rendered pieces that you've made?
That I've made?
Yeah, I have a few, but I actually
I don't actually want to get into that right now. I want to keep doing perspective.
Sure.
I'm trying to stay more on topic. We really get sidetracked on stream a lot, and then half the stream gets spent doing completely unrelated stuff.
If you want to find our rendered pieces, you can go to our art station. So this is his art station, Colton Dubell. Art station.
And then Christina's is here as well. You can just look it up. You'll find a bunch of our artwork. Although they're pretty dated. I think most of the stuff on my art station is 5+ years old.
Yeah, so this is where we post our art for the most part.
Did my question went through? This one did.
That one did. Yeah, I don't see any other questions, unfortunately. All right, next one.
That one's
Oh, that one's. I want to try this one.
That one's the. Why is that so dark?
Oh, it's because my brightness is low. There we go.
Colton learning how to stay on topic. Yes.
I know. Oh, this one's gonna be tricky.
That's sick, dude. That's hard. That's a really hard one.
Oh, this one actually turned out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. All right, maybe I'll do that. Okay. This one I feel like I can start off with the hand.
Hey Artemis.
Hey Artemis.
Whisker and Scribble, thank you for the follow.
Oh,
Oni, Suna, and Amanda, and KD, thank you for the follows. How's the cats doing? They're doing good. I can go find one if you want.
Find one.
We'll see which one we happen to find.
It's probably gonna be Toby because he's the easiest to. Yep. Hopped over for my teeth. Awesome. This one looks a little bit. It feels like this head is like. Kind of seeing it from almost a front view. So it kind of looks like this, in my opinion. This is how the head looks to me. And what I'm doing here is I'm tilting the canvas, so like this is kind of a hard box to find, but if I tilt it like this and I tilt my canvas, it's easier. Oh, he is tired. Poor baby.
He's so tired.
Show him under the camera.
He's so tired.
You guys want to see Kitty?
He was just sleeping. Meow.
Face him upside down.
Meow.
Meow.
He's so tired after a long day of doing nothing.
And he's purring.
Oh, you're so cute. He's so cute.
I actually think that this is too tilted now.
Yeah, good boy.
Looks more like that. Drawing 3D form. Yes, it is interesting to be able to draw from roughs. You need some foundation, so they will project like drawing 3D forms in perspective. Yeah. This looks like this. This is actually kind of hard. This one.
Yeah, definitely. Like, drawing from that's really what it is. It's like, it's a reference. It's like, it assists you to do what you like learned how to do. It's not like the reference doesn't give you every bit of information. It just kind of helps you with like your anatomy, your foreshortening, your perspective.
Kitty. Toby.
Okay, it's kind of starting to look like something. I think this is really facing in.
Did you say hi to chat?
Hey, QAG. I've totally not been avoiding my DA homework.
I
Oh,
hear
good
purring. You do indeed.
Peter
You hear
Porker,
Toby.
thank you for the follow.
Peter Porker. That's so good. That's like a Porco Rosso type thing. It's like Piggy.
I think that
Spider-Man,
actually is a
Spider
character,
Pig.
isn't it? Yeah, there's Spider Pig.
Yeah.
Isn't Peter Porker the actual like a real name for the Spider Pig or something?
I have
I don't
no
exactly
idea.
remember.
Yeah, you're so sweet.
And
You're so
then
cute.
this one comes out like that. This one's hard.
It is hard, isn't it? That's what the practice is
I've been
for.
humbled. I thought I was good for a second.
I thought I was good for a second too.
That's how it feels with cats. I thought you liked me.
I thought you liked me.
They'll act like they like you, and then they'll be like, I hate you. I don't know who you are. Look, he's like falling back asleep.
Good.
Peter Porca is multiverse pig Spider-Man. Interesting.
Okay. I thought so.
I have totally not been avoiding Draw Anime Academy homework.
Shame. I'm kidding. No shame.
BTW, thanks for all the help so far. You're my favorite artist to watch and so helpful. Awesome.
Oh,
Glad.
thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. Baby.
Who said that? Pudding?
Pudding cup.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Bro, that one's hard.
That one is stinking hard.
I don't even know if I did this correctly. Hold on. I guess it's like okay.
Yeah, you're precious.
I guess I'll try it. And put some mounds on top or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it like this. Should I make it the same character or should I make it a different one? Maybe I'll turn this into Miki or something.
Jean, are you still here?
Are you still awake? Are you still with us?
What's the price range for your books? Because I want to buy it. I think they are about $26.95 each on Amazon.
Well, actually, turning the canvas like this is way easier now. So do you still do circles for shoulders? I just use a ball, like a sphere for the ball joint,
Yeah.
just because it's
Technically-
easier. I technically shouldn't, but
Technically, you don't really have to add anything if you don't want to.
yeah, you know.
I mean, the shoulders are spheres basically on the little mannequins.
Where's your baby?
Cat or chat, do you like purring ASMR?
I'll turn this into Miki Ninja.
Do you want foot's caught on headphones there? How do you start getting better in perspective? There's a lot to unpack there. You want to get put on the ground? Okay, I'll put you on the ground. Draw in perspective a lot. Learn the fundamentals of perspective. Do a bunch of exercises. You can do a bunch of Cren's cubes.
Cren's cubes. This kind of stuff.
Yes. Doing that kind of stuff. That was actually from our last stream. We talked a bunch about perspective, fisheye lenses, that kind of stuff in our last stream. Did you almost call us cat instead of chat? I might have. My memory doesn't go back that far.
What website do you recommend to practice poses? ArtStation's great.
What are you meowing about, dude? Where is he?
ArtStation has a lot of pretty affordable like pose packs that you can get, and they are great and they're very high quality. Thank you, Next Lab, for the follow.
Yeah, kitty. Yeah.
Pose Maniacs, Gene says.
Oh, Pose Maniacs? Oh. I never heard of that one, actually.
Ugh. What are you meowing about?
Oh, thank
Purring.
you, Finn, and
There is
My
3D
Dingle Fan, thank you
anatomy
for-
poses. You want to write those down?
Okay.
Pose Maniacs
Pose Maniacs.
and 3D anatomy poses. I don't know if that's a website or what.
Pose
The cat is so
Maniacs.
cute. Give it to me right now. Good, you can have it. He steps in his poop and runs around the house with poop foot.
You can clean up poop foot.
So Pose Maniacs, and then what else?
The meowing. I don't know why
3D anatomy poses, nice. Should I still continue practicing the grid even though I can do the grid from imagination?
Huh?
Should I still continue practicing the grid even though I can do the grid from imagination?
Yeah, that's a big assumption.
I
Just Google Pose Maniacs.
Okay.
There is 3D anatomy poses. I use Pose Maniacs. Some poses there and camera angles are just insane. I've never even heard of it. Let's look it up.
I want
Let's
to look
see.
at it.
Pose Maniacs.
Oh.
Interesting. I've
How about
never
you?
even heard of this.
Toby, just stay still. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
This is
Oh,
pretty nice.
That's like what we saw for some people did their homework.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had-
Okay.
I've seen these before,
I've
but I
seen
didn't
these.
know where they came from.
Yeah. What I should have done is put this box for all this back here.
Meowing for food. Greedy little goblin.
And now he's trying to get up on my seat.
Is he?
Yep. No, you're gonna disturb me. He has a that's
Little
how-
raspy voice. Come here.
Hey, parkour.
What are you meowing for? Huh? You already ate. You literally ate just before you slept. And you have food in there right now. You can literally eat whenever you want. Go!
You
Do you
just-
want me to like pre-digest it for you?
That's probably why he likes wet food, because it's pre-digested. I heard that cats don't actually chew on their food; they just swallow it.
Yeah, otherwise they have to go like...
I know, all the time.
Gene, can you make a members only video of drawing poses with extreme foreshortening? Like you taught Christina? That'd be sick.
Oh, and Gene, you should also make an art station.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would actually really like your work. Your work is like really good quality, and a lot of people on ArtStation are very, really good.
Yeah, you should make an art station. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if ArtStation is as active as it used to be.
I don't know. I never even thought about that actually.
We'll do ArtStation. Sweet. Yeah, Gene's got really, really good stuff. Gene Bond Art. He draws a lot of stuff like this. It's hard.
Okay, this is a very hard one. I'm actually struggling on this one. It's like the pose is like I kind of got it, but I feel like that there needs to be more
So
adjustment.
many platforms need to manage. Yeah, I would say you can just upload. Like you don't have to upload often. Just kind of put the bulk of your favorite drawings on there, and then it can kind of just sit. It could just be another avenue for people to find you through. Pose Maniacs.
I think a lot of people are also more familiar, like especially the professional industry is more familiar with ArtStation as well.
Some people, yeah.
Some people.
There's a lot of people that aren't on it though.
Oh, I see. Maybe they're more active on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's really big. I think Twitter's actually really big for certain artists as well.
Yeah, Twitter. A lot of Japanese artists use Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, I low-key am about to give up on this post. I don't like it, but I can't. I have to keep moving on forward.
What if you twisted it and looked at it from this way?
That's what I've been trying to do, but I still don't like it. Maybe I'm just being too picky. No, I'm not supposed to criticize myself.
Looks dope, Gene says.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it would be really cool, Gene. You could come on our channel and do some poses like this as well as a guest if you want. I think people get a lot of value out of it. When are we gonna do another
Gene stream?
another Gene Bond stream?
I
This
kinda
is
miss those,
Resistance in
actually.
mind.
Yep.
Hey Tira.
Hey Tira. Okay, I can do it. Guys, repeat after me if you have trouble with drawing art. Believe in yourself. I believe in myself.
I believe I'm
I
about to
believe-
get a glass of water.
I believe that I can draw this. I believe it. There's nothing wrong with this drawing. No, nothing wrong, but I can make mistakes.
Toby has given up on crying for food, and now he is laying down again. He was crying because he's hungry, but he has to walk all the way in the other room to get food.
Believe it. Believe it. Huh. I'm gonna be drawing Hokage someday.
Drawing Hokage someday. Wait, maybe I should add some like motion lines. I don't
Draw Kage?
draw art Kage.
Draw Kage?
Art Kage.
Art Kage someday.
Believe it.
What?
Those little shorts are so funny.
Believe it.
What times do the lives usually start?
5 Pacific.
5 Pacific. Let's see, what should we have Miki wear?
Mm.
I don't like that her hair looks like a pineapple. That's better that way.
Yon, thank you for the follow. Or the shares, I guess. Zim, thanks for the follow.
I'll put her in tank top. Sports bra, maybe? I'll do this.
Believe it.
That one was okay. It's like, maybe I should make the head a little bit bigger. That might be better. Alright, next one. I really actually liked how this one turned out.
The first one.
First one's my favorite so far.
Would you see any of the foot down there, like, of that one?
I don't
sticking
know.
out?
I didn't see it in the
Do you
reference,
think
but
it
maybe
would,
I should
do you
actually
think it would look good as an overlap?
It probably would actually. And now my Discord's not working. By the way, we do have a Discord channel, so if you want to just have a community hangout, feel free to go and join. It's in our profile. And my Discord's actually not working. It's like, oh, I guess it's working.
Legit busted.
Yeah, there's no foot there, but I feel like it wouldn't be bad to add a foot, like that even, or even like this, or even back here.
I have to get a little baby screwdriver to tighten this because
Aw.
it's getting a little bit loose.
Thank you, Yunyi, for the follow. Zim, thank you for the follow. All right, next one.
I know I have a little baby. Will y'all be at Anime Con this year?
There's an anime con. Where? I don't know if we'll
Probably
be there.
not.
Probably not. All right, I feel like this one will be a little bit better. This one will feel more possible. Now that one looks more right for this box for the head. I don't know where all your tools are.
Hi, Toby.
You're pawing at the thing. I know that we actually went to what's it called, Fan Fusion.
Yeah.
It was pretty crowded though. We only went one day.
We only went Friday.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. I would have a much better time having a booth there.
Yeah, me too.
I think I would enjoy having a booth a lot more than just walking around.
Yeah, I agree.
I tend to need something to do.
Yeah. Colton's our lovely handyman. They're actually really good. I think you're very good at fixing things, Colton.
There we go.
This one.
That's better. I mean, I'm just tightening a screw, dude. It's not rocket science.
Well, I don't know how to do all that.
You
Even
don't know how to
something
turn your
simple.
hand to the
Well,
right.
I do know how to, but I feel like I wouldn't even know where to start. Is what I'm saying.
It's the little thing that looks like a plus sign. Believe in yourself.
Toby? Toby-chan?
Okay, this is turning out way better now.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, yes.
That one's sick, dude. Toby-chuan?
Toby-chuan.
Mommy does.
He's like that. I like that.
Yeah.
This is so silly. Hmm. It's fun.
I wish that this rotated a little bit more.
Bye, Panda Bear. Hope you have a good night. All those minor mistakes is just about adjusting, so we need to try error to see where to adjust. Yes, you are very right.
Toby-chuan?
Here you go.
Oh, the good song's on too, and I missed a
Yeah.
bunch of it.
How about you just replay it? I actually think that this arm should be more like tilted a little bit, like
Yes,
this
please.
way. Guys, is grilled watermelon all that good? I heard that you can grill it, but I'm kind of skeptical.
That's interesting.
Well, I just we bought some watermelon, and on the container, it says produce is great for grilling, and I'm like, you can grill watermelon? I don't understand that.
Thanks, I'll pass.
Thanks. Okay. Yeah, I think that works better than just the arm being straight up like this, but rather tilted to the side.
Maybe the skin grilled watermelon. Y'all telling me, dude.
Maybe the skin, probably. Okay. This leg, I think, would be tilted this way. That's a really good one. That one feels pretty solid. But I personally think that these legs should actually be even smaller. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I didn't know that you did the female character for this one. That's nice.
song.
It is a good song. Paste. I think this would actually be good to put in a book.
Oh yeah.
Like just this, and then next to it, like the full draw, like the drawing version of it. Actually, I think it'd be really good to do that.
Yeah. I'm like cheerleader in chat.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Christina's been having me do anime drawing homework with characters. I drew Miki and Miko recently.
Yeah, you should show that.
You want me to send
Yeah,
it to?
send it over because I really like the drawing.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Toby Tron.
Maybe I'll turn this into Ray. I think the best dose for antidote for burning out in art is having a cheerleader. Like when you have someone that's telling you that you're doing good, it like really makes you want to keep going. Encouragement is better than criticism. Oh, there it is. It's so cute, guys. Look at this. This is what Colton did. I'm giving him some assignments for drawing anime characters, and I told him to basically do 20 of these kinds of illustrations. And oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
still need to finish
good.
it. Miki and Miko. They're
Love that.
adorable.
You actually drew their expressions really well.
Did I?
Yeah, I would actually make Miki's head just a bit bigger
Yeah, I
because
feel like it needs to be
her
a
head
little
looks
bit
a bit big compared to Miko's. But I think Miko's is perfect. You don't need to change her. Oh, look at the shoes.
Yeah, I drew those in because they didn't have any feet. I still want to fix them.
I think you drew Miko so well. Miki's super cute too. I really like the bag that you did there too. Looks really cute. Very nice.
I enjoyed them. Being alone with resistance in mind is tough. It's like Mr. Gold in movie Revolver. I don't know
What's
that.
that?
Movie. Revolver movie. Mr. Gold. Interesting. I don't know that movie. Revolver. 2005. Interesting.
I think I should focus more on the body rather than the face right now.
What's she gonna be in?
I don't know. Her shoulder's weird though.
Doing the week 3 heads and it says to look for artists for inspiration. Have any suggestions?
I don't know.
Whoever you like.
Whoever you like.
Gangster action movie with most interesting twist.
Oh, that's cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh, we watched Big Trouble in Little Tokyo. No, Little China.
That was fun.
That one was a fun movie. It got really weird towards
It
the
did
end.
get really weird, but it was pretty sick.
Yeah. It had a really cool vibe in the beginning though.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China was a lot of fun. I really liked the first, say, 30 minutes of it.
It had a really cool premise. Actually, I think that her elbow shouldn't be so thick towards the end.
They Live, yeah, I know that movie.
Yeah, They Live was great. I love that.
They Live was pretty fun. That's a classic.
I actually noticed that the fingers actually taper inward rather than be completely straight. So I'm gonna try that. fists are actually really hard because the fingers move around in a very particular way that makes it look like a fist, but if you don't do it, then it's kind of difficult to pull off. The Thing? I don't think we ever watched The Thing. We never watched it, right?
I've seen it a long time ago.
Oh, you have? I didn't know. Well, feel free to ask any questions if you guys have any.
I like the fist on these.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I feel like the leg on this one doesn't get nearly as high as a real leg. Like your knee can go all the way up to your chest, but on these mannequins you can't. You can only really get. I mean, I guess it can kind of get there if you do like this.
Little action poses, they're the most fun but challenging. Yeah, they definitely are very challenging. My water's all gone.
I guess you kind of can get this leg up a little bit higher if you
Wow.
tilt the pelvis.
That's cool.
I dropped it.
Finally making rough sheets of my OCs. Awesome. Nice, Dahlia. Do you guys watch or play JRPGs? I'm watching Wild Arms.
No.
I never played JRPGs before. I've probably watched some, but it's been a while since I watched a video game gameplay.
This is a cool pose.
That is a really interesting pose.
Or like this.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Sneaky Mickey.
Feels like
I like that one. Alright, well there's this one. I think that one turned out pretty good.
pretty fun.
3. I always feel so confused how people draw or construct a human body in perspective over boxes.
I mean, the boxes give you your volume and your sense of space. So all you really have to do is just round out the boxes and add a little implying of anatomy.
Yeah. Like,
Just a little bit here and there.
sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually just take a box, like, for instance, this is my torso. And I'll make sure that the proportions of the ribcage and torso and the pelvis are correct. And then I'll kind of just, like, start adding on top. It's not very good. So, like, sometimes I'll just connect the boxes. And that can be turned into a body. Like, if this person is a girl, you know, I can add in the chest, like, on top. I can modify the body type if I want to by making the hips wider a little bit. But that's sometimes, like, that's what I'll do if I really just want to break it down to, like, a more boxy body. But we do teach anatomy in our anime art school and stuff as well. So if you really want to know all about it, you can check that out in our not description, our profile. But another thing is that you can practice by fitting, like, a rib cage inside of a box. Let me go back. So, like, let's say this is my box and my rib cage is gonna be in it. I can fit, like, an egg shape in here. Rib cages are usually narrower on the top and wider on the bottom. You'll have your sternum, opening of a rib cage. Like that. And the box basically tells you the perspective of where you're seeing the rib cage. I honestly think the anatomy is actually the easier part. It can feel complicated because there's just a bunch of stuff to think about, but It's actually the last thing to think about.
You learn through repetition.
Yeah, you learn through repetition.
So most people don't do it nearly enough times.
Yeah.
You have to do it over and over and over and over. It's not really that difficult. There's just a bunch of repetition to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like all you have to do is just do it like 100 times, and you'll be able to memorize where things go. You can even find écorché models, which are basically just like models of humans without the skin, so you can find out where all the muscles go. I think muscles, in a way, are a little bit it's harder to forgive because they have to be at a certain place, and if you do mess up, it's really obvious. But yeah, can we agree? Hands and feet are the hardest.
They are difficult,
They are
but
very
it's also a numbers thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you drew hands 10 times more than you just drew the body, you would actually think hands were easier.
Yeah.
Like it's really what you're familiar with. People tend to avoid things that they don't like and sabotaging their progress on it.
Mm-hmm.
They are difficult. They are complicated.
Yeah. But the more you avoid them, the more difficult it's going to be later on. Let's see. I think we had four images, right? Yeah, that's the last one. That one's cool.
That one's just like turned a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Mostly.
It's like this one, but turned.
Yeah, this is almost like a straight line.
Oh, that's cool. That is like a straight line. Hold up. That's cool.
Yeah. Where are you going?
This.
The head?
The head. Yeah, let's start with the head for some reason. Find that that's maybe easier. I actually really want to try. You know how Kishimoto does the torso area, like the traps and stuff, like this. He starts off with a box, and then he'll like round it out or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's actually kind of interesting. I want to try that. Oh,
Yeah.
got a puzzle.
He also just simplifies, like when he's doing costume drawing, he simplifies the torso area into a cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
And
JJ
he'll
thing you can
add.
follow.
He'll just add this little piece on top,
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yes, that's right. It was a
It's really cool.
cylinder.
He does costume drawing like that.
Oh, okay.
It's very tilted.
Oh,
That's the neck hole.
yeah, that is a neck hole.
Yeah. Traps.
Okay, traps.
And then he'll like draw, his center line over. And that kind of acts as the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll draw his torso. Kind of like that.
Interesting. How to learn and practice more efficiently. I've been drawing boxes and I'm stuck there. What do you want to draw?
Yeah, I guess what are your goals?
Yeah, what are your goals? Do I also have to practice drawing poses by imagination?
Not necessarily if you don't want to. It really depends on your goals. We have an oil painting teacher. He's had galleries for 40 years. He never practices poses from imagination because he's only ever interested in painting from life.
Yeah.
So it depends on what your goals are. Like, I mean, I feel like the obligatory answer is like, yeah, because a lot of people want to learn how to draw from imagination, but not everybody does. Depends what you want.
Mr. McBooger, thank you for the follow.
I need to get back to my anime homework too.
Yeah. We're gonna do that tonight.
Yeah, definitely gonna do some of it tonight.
I kind of like putting like spheres between the boxes. It's like a nice like intermediary form.
It kind of is.
Yeah. I don't know what it is today. I just can't focus on my homework. That's okay, Dahlia.
Happens.
It does happen. You probably exhausted a lot of it yesterday. You're going to join a VC tonight to do homework? I don't know if I will. Thank you, Snatchery and Anderson, for the follow. Thank you for liking the live as well.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think another thing about drawing bodies is looking for the subtle shifts and twists. Like, oh, the torso is just twisted just slightly, a little bit to like the side, but it's like sometimes hard to notice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun if you did your homework stream. Did some homework for your streams, Colton. The one that you did of Miki and Miko.
Did some homework for
Sorry.
my stream.
Sorry, sorry, I can't say it correctly. Did some of your homework on stream.
Oh, on a live stream.
Yeah, on a live stream.
Huh? Maybe.
Like your Miki and Miko illustrations.
I don't really like drawing on the iPad.
Yeah.
I like drawing on at my computer and listening to music and chilling.
Mm-hmm. I do too. It's kind of like your alone time. I actually think that this box should actually be way bigger.
Sometimes I guess I could do it.
Hey, Elden Ring. I've been slow on homework because I'm a camp counselor this week. Oh wow, how's that been? Does Christina have magical girl OCs? I do. They're just very old, and I don't draw them anymore. I made them for a Udemy course a long time ago. I think it's actually on my ArtStation Lab. If you want to check them out, you can. It's like a mermaid and a unicorn, magical girl. Very girly. I will be right back. I need to get water.
That would have been a violent death for Toby. A violent end to the little kitten. Da 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 da. We got Christina here.
See, like, look how close he is.
He would have been a 3-foot Toby.
Yeah. 3-foot Toby. Toby, get away from that. I don't want to like accidentally smush your little paws.
Little paw beans.
Little paw beans. Move over just a little bit.
Did he meow?
Yeah.
Don't disturb me.
Sorry, kitty. Can I see the whole sketch? Yeah, sure. I'll be posting this in live demos as well. little difficult to do my homework when everyone joined the VC and kept yapping. Oh, that's
Yeah,
why we
that's
go
why
to
I moved-
quieting.
That's why I moved some people to a different channel.
Isn't it quiet drawing though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, we feel completely free to move people to different channels.
Yeah, live demos, which is in our Discord server. I should have specified on our Discord server because, like, what the heck is live demos?
Most of the time I just move myself. That helps too.
Yeah.
But then people chase.
They're like, come back here.
Is the Discord server on the profile? Yeah, well, yes it is, but you might not be able to see it. So if you want, you can send us a direct message and ask for the invite, and I'll send you the invite. I'll go copy it right now. Yeah, if anybody is new here and they're on TikTok and you want an invite to the Discord server, you can go ahead and send us a direct message and ask for the invite. Boo, boo, boo.
Hands in perspective. Turn the fingers into boxes as well. But the more foreshorten the finger, the more you'll just see the top, and then it'll just be like a really short stub. It'll just look like that. But nobody will ever notice a difference. So people won't be like, oh, well, that's a really short looking finger. Well, it's foreshortened, of course it would be. It actually is a little bit too thick. There we go. And now it doesn't look like a super stubby finger anymore because we have the context of the other fingers, which is a little bit longer and it looks more natural. Genshin Lover, thank you for the follow. Lao says, Colin's PFP on ArtStation is so cute, my heart melted a bit.
What?
It's our wedding photo.
Oh, is it? You can tell how long I haven't been on ArtStation.
Tips for drawing the legs. Boxes. Sorry, it's long boxes. But what you can do is you can just make, if you want to make sure that the legs are the same, are good size, just draw a line, divide it in half. This is your kneecap. This is your upper leg, plus your glutes. Here's your calf. Here's your shin. And then your feet end at the end of this line right here. But if you want to just draw it in perspective, a lot of time you can just turn it into cylinders or boxes. There'll be times where I'll simplify to either one. Like if I'm just doing like something a bit more organic, I'll simplify it into a cylinder like this. And I'll add a bit of the anatomical information on top. Like adding the calf, connecting the tubes with a point for the kneecap. Stuff like that.
Looks like I gotta do streaks.
Streak. When is TikTok gonna go bye-bye anyways?
Oh, dude. I think nobody knows.
Nobody knows at this point.
Nobody on planet Earth knows. I legit don't even care anymore. 181,000 followers, and I literally just could not care less anymore.
I want to do the thing that Colton did with the ring.
Ugh.
Bling bling. He's like, look at my ring. Boom. It's kind of cute, actually. Another thing that I'll do with legs is basically just simplify it like this. Because this is actually a really good way to find the front, the side, and the bottom or top. For instance, if you have a leg that is slightly at a 3/4 angle, you'll see the top and the side. and then you can add in like your anatomical information, like here's your kneecap, here's your quads, here's your other quad. This is a bad drawing, but it doesn't matter.
That's great, Dahlia.
Huh?
That's fantastic. Genshin.
Here's your
Genshin.
femur.
Genshin.
I find that boxes are also great because boxes can also symbolize like the hard bony part of your leg, or just bony parts in general. Like roundness symbolizes muscles. Boxier areas represent like bones, bonier structures. So when I'm like drawing the kneecap, for example, it'll be more boxy with a bit of round edges, but for the most part, kind of boxy and plainer, just like that. And then all these are going to be rounded, which are muscle. How's it like?
I always feel kind of down or uneasy when I see other people's art that's way better than mine. Do you have any advice on how to stop feeling that way? I think a lot of it has to do with why do you draw? Like, do you draw to be better than other people? Do you draw to impress people, or do you draw for yourself? Like, if drawing is a personal experience for you that doesn't have other people as a factor, then I don't think that feeling would really exist. So I guess maybe the question would be, maybe ask yourself, why do I even draw in the first place? Do I draw for other people? Like, do I draw to impress people? Do I draw as and I don't think that there's anything wrong with any of those. But to me, it seems like you would only care about other people's art if other people are somehow involved in your reason of creating art.
I think another thing is that maybe when you see other people's art and they're way better, you might think, well, I suck. And that's not very productive.
It may be like a personal insecurity type thing.
Yeah.
You know, I would say start with questions. Like, just interrogate yourself, asking questions. Figure out why, when you feel a certain way, and why, and write it down. And log it, and make like a, I don't know, a little log.
Emotional log. E-log.
Yeah, it's called e-logging, and it helps you understand yourself better. You write down what happened.
That made you feel that way.
Yeah.
And then you don't really judge it. You just like, you're like, oh, so that's what it is. You kind of see it as a neutral thing.
Yeah.
And then that helps you figure things out.
Yeah, because to me, like, if other people's art makes me not want to do art, then it's like other people might be like a critical element to why I do art. And again, like, this is all neutral, right? Like, there's nothing good or bad about it. Obviously, the objective is like, how do I make it so I don't get unmotivated when I see other people's art? Draw for a universe and the god. Your drawings echoing in eternity. Yeah, Gina. I also think that a while back, I would not draw because I would think, well, there's so far to go. And I think that's actually shows that I had a scarcity mindset. Like, there isn't a lot of time, whereas there is a lot of time. Like, you can draw whenever. Like, it's not this scarce resource. Like, time to draw is not this scarce resource. So I would always be like, oh, like, I have so far to go. And
not enough time.
And not enough time. And it's like, but, like, what do I mean, like, not enough time? Like, is time, like, some sort of a scarce resource? Like, do I have, like, a couple months to live or something? And I discovered that I had this toxic mindset with that sort of thing.
The trend going on right now, your maximum is someone's minimum. Oh, I didn't know that was a trend.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
And I probably never will.
I don't even think I want
The
to.
trend will probably pass before I ever hear about it.
Yeah. Found the mermaid and unicorn. Nice. Oh, thank you, IU Love for the follow. Oh, and thank you, Ionder, for getting rates here.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Akualu, thank you for the follow. I've been going to sleep too early. I missed your guys' streams. Honestly, sleeping early is a good thing, Potato. I'm glad that you're having enough sleep.
Yeah,
and
it is
thank
a
you,
good
Bar,
thing.
for the follow. I draw it just because I like it. But it definitely does get to me sometimes if I'm like, oh, I really want to be like this, but I'm not. Like, I really want to be like this artist, but it's not like that. But then I'm like, well, everyone's journey's different, you know? Like, I don't know what their lives are. I don't know if they hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, what's going on in their life.
Yeah. It's a lot of psychology. Like, drawing is, like, all of it is very psychology. It's just like a war in your own mind against yourself all the time.
Yeah.
And that's also another cool thing about art. Like, you can't cheat it. Like, you can't cheat drawing. Like, no matter where you come from, what background you have, like, you're only good if you put in the work. So you can't purchase skill. You can't cheese skill. Like, that's the cool thing.
Yeah. But you can't fake, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't go into detail, but there was this really wealthy lady that was taking the oil painting class that we're in, and she was a complete absolute beginner, and she was like really, I don't know what the word would be, kind of like naive in a way. Like,
A little bit naive.
It kind of felt like she was super sweet. Like, I liked her, but she only ever came to the first class, and then she left because she realized that it was going to be a lot of work, and she didn't want to put in a lot of work.
Well, she didn't. She viewed art and practice in a very like innocent, naive way. I think.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad or anything. I think
Yeah.
some people just view art very differently.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. She was very nice. I liked her.
Yeah, she was very nice.
It's unfortunate that she called the teacher and said she's not going to go to class anymore.
Well, but the thing is, when she was in class, she seemed very, like, oh, I'm interested in learning this kind of stuff. So I think it was just like a bit of maybe discouragement. Who knows?
Yeah, I think she might have gotten discouraged. There's no pay to win in art.
Ray, so no, Lau says Ray had a red hair era. Yeah, she did. Partially red hair. Aw, Dahlia, thanks for the super chat. I know I say this a lot, but I'm really grateful for you both. You pulled me into a whole new world of art. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Dahlia. That's so sweet.
Thank you, Dahlia. Yeah, thank you for the $5 super chat. Oh my god.
I have a
Poggers.
depth problem with my disability. If you can see it in my art, and I keep drawing just for fun sometimes as well. Oh
Yeah, I mean, that's no problem. Like, you can draw for fun.
Yeah.
Like, there's people out there who are super good that have less fun doing art than you. So
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh,
at the
yeah.
end of the day,
You win.
who's in the better situation? The person who draws, who's really good, that doesn't even like it? Or the person who just simply focuses on having fun? There's a lot of professionals out there who do not enjoy art. I'm telling you that right now. Like, you may not believe it, but there's a lot of people in the professional industry who do it as a job, and they've lost their passion for it. They've forgotten why they got into it. And it's not because it's their job.
It's because of the way how they view work.
Yeah, it's because of the way they view work. No shortcuts. Yeah, and it's like a test. It's like, it's like building muscle. It's like lift heavy weight, muscle goes up, right? It's like you don't like buy a subscription to Big Muscles.
Yeah. Well, that'd be heckin' sick, but that'd probably
sick,
be really
dude.
bad
That'd be
for
like
you.
a cool dystopian world.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be really awesome?
Drawing is one of those things.
Good night, Rose.
Yeah, W Dahlia.
I find that actually drawing the front of the box is actually really easy when it comes to drawing more foreshortened boxes. I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna draw the front, and that'll decide like how converged I want it later.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just draw this part first, and then
Yep.
that's it.
I like doing that a lot. That's what I do in 1 point all the time. Is I'm like, okay, here's the front of the box. That's how I like position things. Like, you can draw a couple fronts. See, you draw this front, you draw that front, and then you can just go like, there's that one. There's that one. But I think it's also really cool. It's because you can see yourself grow and get better. And if you think you're gonna be happier when you're better, you're not. Like, happiness doesn't come from your skill level. Happiness comes from like your kind of like an inner peace, like an acceptance of where you are. A lot of people will get unhappier as they get better.
I think it's because they now see themselves differently. Once they get better, they'll be like, well, I should be knowing this by now, or I don't know.
Like, and that doesn't mean like you can be really happy and super like ambitious about getting better. Like, those aren't different things.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, think about like a little kid who wants Christmas or something. Like, Christmas is in a week and they can't wait for it. Like, they can't wait for it to come, but they're also really happy.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. It's a great analogy. I think this person's at the beach.
Kids oftentimes are like the happiest artists, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Not a thought behind their eyes, but they're so happy. Like, that's honestly so inspiring. Like, that your happiness and satisfaction is like independent of your skill level.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also kind of bad news, because if you're unhappy, getting better isn't going to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, it's true.
It's
like,
true.
It's an independent thing. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm finally at this level. Now I can be happy. That's like that withholding happiness thing.
Withholding happiness, yeah. It's like, just be happy now, like XQC. Like, be happy now. A lot of it is just that. Well, I think a lot of time when kids draw and they're super happy, it's because they don't actually even see the bar that they're quote unquote supposed
They
to
just
reach.
do it because
They
they
just do it because they
enjoy.
enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. They literally just do it because they enjoy it. Really nice wisdom. You've just opened up a whole new mindset for me in art. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. No,
Yeah,
no,
awesome.
are you new?
Yeah, awesome. I draw to improve, but I don't draw enough because I'm always self-sabotaging myself with bad thoughts. Honestly, that feels like me. I do that a lot. I often feel like I'm too stupid to learn how to draw because I'm always running into a problem. No, like, problems are growth, right? And the way that I had to start thinking about it for myself, because I really struggled with this, was no more self-criticism, like not allowing myself to criticize myself. It turns into a really bad problem, and it turns into like this negative feedback loop where basically you don't draw, and so you use that as evidence as to why you're a failure, and then that just reinforces what you believe about yourself, and then it's this negative feedback loop. And the way to fix that negative feedback loop is to be gracious with yourself and not have a self-criticism. Be kind to yourself, which is something that I have a lot of trouble with.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, instead of thinking, oh, this drawing's bad, I think the win is like giving yourself a win. Like, I did draw today and I tried my best, you know? Like,
yeah, because the improvement is going to come through the fun that you have and the time that you spend drawing. It's not going to come from criticism. Like, you don't insult yourself and it makes you improve.
right.
It's a sabotage. So like, you can completely nuke self-criticism and you don't experience any sort of negative effect from that. It's only positive.
It's like, imagine,
Yeah.
rather than drawing and punishing yourself, you just don't punish yourself at all.
And then what ends up happening is, psychologically, you start to affiliate drawing with punishment. So it's like, you know, it's like, imagine like an animal that was mistreated every time it heard like a bell, right? And then it would get scared when it heard the bell, and that bell becomes drawing. And so it's like, it's this super toxic mindset where you literally start to affiliate something you used to love with something negative. And so you have to kind of like start undoing that by being kinder to yourself and being less criticizing.
Well, like, imagine yourself like, not as yourself, but the person drawing is like a child.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't say that they're stupid, that they can't learn this thing. Like, I think that voice comes from somewhere. Like, maybe you've heard it somewhere a long time ago and it still affects you, and that's just how you talk to yourself for a long time.
Yeah, I really, I really tend to do that to myself. That's actually something that I've been working on lately a lot.
Whoa.
What is this? Potato. Thank you for the gifts. Baby boy Tater. Is that you?
Bat boy, not baby boy.
Bat boy Tater. Oh. It looks like a little kid. Look.
Oh, it does look like a little kid. It says that.
Why did I say baby boy?
Because it looks like a baby. I don't blame you.
Think you need to hear that? Yeah, I mean, and I'm just speaking from personal experience. Like, your message literally sounded exactly like me. Like, I would go months without drawing, and everything would just be used in my brain as, like, evidence as to why I'm a failure or why what I'm doing is bad, and it's always like a personal.
Why I shouldn't be doing.
It's always like a personal attack against myself as well. It's never like constructive. Mm-hmm. It's always like, oh, this is why I can't succeed. And it's like it builds up as this like evidence in your mind.
Really, it's like a devil, honestly.
Yeah, little devil on your shoulder.
Little devil on your shoulder. But it's a lie. It's totally a lie.
Yeah, look.
Whoa, sick. Show chat.
I'm just like messing with perspective stuff.
Hey, your uncle. Is that pixel art? Are you guys doing more character design on Friday? You know we could.
Yeah, I'm just doing little stuff like this, just messing with boxes, rotating them around, drawing a little bit of grids and stuff, chatting with you guys.
Mm-hmm. I honestly like when we're chatting kind of deeper subjects like this.
Yeah, I can actually show a little thing. So like the boxes are really important, and what it ends up turning into later. I did post this in the Discord server recently.
Pixelated art. Oh, okay.
Like you draw the boxes, say you practice Cren's cubes or something, and then later you can practice drawing things inside of the Cren's cubes like this. Like I did a little explosion view of a t-shirt, the seam lines of a t-shirt, and so I drew it from different angles, and they're not really that accurate, but they don't really have to be that perfect. You can see that as those boxes rotate, now the form inside of the boxes are rotating. So like I did like a little explosion view of this t-shirt like that, and then I started rotating it with the Cren's boxes. So there's like a 45-degree angle, there's a 67.5-degree angle, and so doing box exercises like this is really, really useful. Doing like Cren's cubes, doing fisheye lenses and stuff, and that's literally exactly what Christina's doing here. That's what she did here with this first one, and then she turned it into a character. Mm-hmm. And she did the same thing with this one right here. That's Mickey Punch.
Yeah, that's Mickey Punch. Mickey Twist Punch.
Yeah, Mickey Twist Punch. And it's the same thing here. It's like there's the boxes that are overlapping and then drawing over it and turning it into a character.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to draw people on the beach. Huh? What? Did you want to do something?
No. Was I about to say something?
Yeah, you were like, oh, where are you gonna?
Oh, yeah, were you going to, are you going to turn these into people too?
I think I will.
My pencil's getting dull.
Oh.
I've drawn my pencil to death. This is way longer than Jean's.
Hey, Chaotic Gremlin. I'm at a point where things suddenly clicked for me and I understand things better, so I'm on an emotional high, and a part of me is worried for the crash, like we talked about.
I wouldn't worry about it, because you're just gonna sabotage your happiness today.
Yeah.
It's all part of the process
think...
of learning how to draw, right? So like, the crash is like you're going up the hill and you have to really pedal your bike, and then you coast downhill, and then you pedal, and then you coast downhill. I actually think the part where you're like, you should enjoy the improvement and the feeling of satisfaction of getting better. Like this is the reward, right? Mm-hmm. This is the ice cream that you get from working, and then the next time you work is going to reward you again in the future. Mm-hmm. So it's like the crash isn't actually a crash; it's just you're kind of growing again.
Yeah. Well, like,
how would I go
even
about
if you
doing these box exercises? We could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are called Cren's cubes. So
you want to just go here or just go on a different layer?
Yeah, we can go back to here. Those are called Cren's cubes. So these are Cren's cubes. The artist, his name is Cren's Kushart. This right here. He's a Taiwanese artist that kind of developed this. I don't know if he invented it or what, but he certainly teaches it. Everything he teaches is in Chinese though. And it's a series of ratios for drawing boxes. So essentially what you do is you make a 4x4 grid like this.
I'll move that over a little bit. Oh, there we go.
You split it in half, and then you split each of these in half. And you do these, you make 4x4. And so it rotates the box, right? So this ratio is 1:3. You see one part of the left, 3 parts of the right, 2 parts of the left, 2 parts of the right, 3 parts of the left, 1 part of the right, and then you start moving downwards. So it's 1 part of the top, 3 parts of the front, you know, 2 parts of the top, 2 parts of the front, and then so on. And then the ones in the middle is 1 part of the top, 1 part of the left, 2 parts, or 3 parts of the front, right? And so it really rotates this box around. You do this exercise a whole bunch of times, and then you can start moving on to like this sort of thing, which is actually these boxes, but they're in perspective, right? Like these are the same ones. This is a 1:3, this is a 2:2, and these are really messy because I did them fast. This is a 3:1, and then there's that side again, and then it goes back to a 1:3. Like that. So I learned this from Gene Bond. Gene Bond Art. You can find him on YouTube. He teaches this stuff. But you can actually just go back to this stream. This is actually last stream. We talked about this the entire stream. It's all archived on our YouTube channel. But all perspective is actually derived from this. 1, 2, and 3-point perspective is derived from this, which is just the world around you,
well,
right?
This is like completing the whole picture of perspective. Like, because initially when you're taught perspective, you're taught 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's
like
3-point
there's
perspective.
3-point perspective, yep.
Here's 2-point perspective right here, which is this box. And then here's 1-point perspective right here, which is, you know,
in the middle.
In the middle. 1, 2, and 3-point perspective are just simplified versions of this. And so that's how it works. I guess I'll just leave that there.
Yeah. What canvas size is that?
It's like 5,000 by 6,000 pixels. But yeah, and I did some others. And then it's really the basis for drawing, right? Like here's those boxes, but I modified them and put little cars and stuff inside. I'm not like I'm not at the level of like Gene, so I think you should go follow him. But if you want to learn the basics of this, you know, we definitely teach it. And then Christina's just doing this sort of concept, but with people. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I feel like you should make a video on Cren's cubes and all that stuff at some point.
Yeah. Who is the YouTuber you mentioned again? Gene Bond Art. He was actually in our chat. He's a good friend of ours. He comes on our channel sometimes and streams with us. And really cool dude, super nice. Gene Bond Art. You can find him on YouTube. You can also find our YouTube. It's Draw Anime Academy, same username. But yeah.
Hey, cat.
Hello, cat. So what it essentially is.
You want to switch seats?
Sure, but I have to sharpen my pencil.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just grab I'll grab your mechanical pencil.
Okay.
I'll just do a really quick Cren's cube thing. It's not going to be super accurate because I'll just do it kind of quick. You grab the iPad. I'll just do like a really quick Cren's cube drawing. Let's grab the pencil here. So what I like to do, well, you can do it a couple ways, but let's just say, let's go right there, and then, all right, about there. I want to try to fit this thing in the frame. Okay, so let's put a straight line between here, and then we'll go to the middle, and we'll put a straight line, like that. So we're basically just going to draw a circle around this, like that, right? So there's our circle. This represents a 180-degree field of vision, right? So this is looking straight up, like literally this. Like I'm looking straight up. This is looking straight down. This is looking straight to my right. You can't see the word right, but it's over there. And this is looking straight to my left, literally. All right, and then this is front. This is looking straight on frontward. So this is, and then this is my Z-axis. This is my top Y. This is my bottom Y. This is my right X and my left X. All right. And so what I'm going to do is you can split all these lines in half and you draw these arcs through it. This is a 5-point perspective grid.
That one might be a little bit
What?
not half, the bottom one.
Oh,
And-
that's too low.
Yeah.
Maybe about there. Right, I'm going to do this kind of fast because I don't want to spend too long on it. There we go. This is a 5-point perspective grid. And then you can draw out your Z lines like that. So right here, we're looking straight on. Here is our straight box. Right here, we have a 45-degree angle box like this. Right here, we have a 45-degree angle box turned the other way like this. Right here, we have a 45-degree angle box looking upwards like that. 45-degree angle box looking downwards. It's this one right here. It's the 2 to, I'm putting in all of the 2 to 2s, right? I'm putting in all of these ones right here. There we go. So this is like a rotating box assignment basically. And then halfway between here, we have the 1 to 3s. 1 to 3. 1 to 3. 1 to 3. And then 1 to 3. And then over here we have the 3 to 1. So we have 3 parts to 1 part. And these are all, I almost zoomed in here. This is a 45-degree box. This is a 22.5-degree box, right? Because that's half of 45. And then this is a 67.5-degree box. And then this one on the right is a 90-degree box. And then it's the same thing, right? We got 22.5 rotated to the left, 45 rotated to the left, 67.5 rotated to the left, and then we got 95 or 90 degrees rotated to the left. And then that happens going up, going down. Where's that? Here it is. So what we're literally doing is this, right? We're taking a cube and we're going flipping it up, and then we're going flipping it down, and we're flipping it to the right, and we're flipping it to the left, right? And so the breakdown of this is, right, we have that square, we split it in half, half, half. So we have a 4x4 grid, and we're thinking of it like this. This is a 3x3, but it doesn't matter because this isn't the actual cube, right? And so we have a couple of these going this way. Let's just do a couple because I'm going to run out of room. And then we have a couple of these going this way, right? And this goes down 4 and over 4. And so this is the front. This is going to be my 22.5 to the right. And so you'll be able to see that cube right there. And so I got a 1 to 3 ratio. I'm turning it to that first third.
Oh, and you want to mention that it doesn't have to connect to those points.
Yes, you're not connecting these to the points. Like, you see this grid right here? You're not connecting these points. You're not bringing it down to this point and that point. It's a ratio. So it's not like connect the dots. It's just a ratio. So you're not connecting to the points. You're just splitting it. I see that happen a lot. I did that in the beginning. I was kind of confused.
I did that too.
Right? And then, of course, this one is going to be a 2 to 2. Just like that. So it's 45 degrees rotated, and it's going to be 2 to 2. And so this one right here, the 1 to 3, is this one. This one right here, right there on the end, is this one. And then the one to the right of that is going to be this one until you come back around like that. And then we go, right? We have this one. And so this is going to go to our bottom Y vanishing point, and then we've got that right there. Right? So this is an exercise to be able to draw things at any angle, basically. It's to get started, right? And so now there's this one. So let's get our 22.5 degree grid line going around like this. And then let's get this one, which is halfway right there. And then here we go. So that's going to go back to my vanishing point. Vanishing point. So this is going to be 1 part left, 1 part bottom, 3 parts front for both of those. Just like that. And then this one is going to be, 1 part left, or 2 parts left, 2 parts right, 1 part bottom, and 3 parts front. Or side, rather, right? So this is split down the middle. So this one would be like, actually this one's the upside down version, but let's just draw this. So it's kind of like that, right? You see this side and then 2 and 2. So you see this side and 2 and 2. And then this one, of course, is going to be kind of like this. Like that. So you're rotating this box at every angle, and you can, and now these ones up on the edges, picture this, right? This one right here is going to be a 45 as well. It's going to be like this. Like that. And like this. Right? Here's this one. And so what you're doing is this. That. You're rotating it around the side. Like that. So in the middle is that. And at the top is that, and at the side is that.
Question, how do you know that a part will not be seen?
How do you know that a part will not be seen? Well, this is your horizon line right here. And so if something's above your horizon line, you'll see the bottom of it. If something's below your horizon line, you'll see the top of it. So if you're to the left, like if basically like this, right? Like if it's above you, you're going to see the bottom. If it's below you, you're going to see the top. Like that. So I guess that's kind of how I know how to explain it. If it's above you, you're going to see this bottom part, and it's below you, you're going to see this top part. But it works the same way in every angle. See,
I
like
understand it now.
if I rotate this, same. It's all the same box, just at different angles.
Like you could try just taking a box like this and just rotating it. Be like, well, what would happen? Like, what would happen if I turned it like at a 45-degree angle and moved it up? Then I would see both sides and the bottom. So it's like trying to rotate the box in your mind.
Yeah. 45 degrees. These are quite messy. They're not quite boxes. See? And what you'll realize is that you actually start seeing shapes, and you can memorize these shapes. So if I want to draw this box just from memory, I can go, well, there's a diamond. I can draw a diamond. And then I know that it looks like this. And so I've just drawn that box from memory, right? If I want to draw it sideways, well, here's this diamond, right? Diamond. Like that. And then I can just pull these lines out. Like that. Mm-hmm. So like you can actually memorize these shapes and draw them from memory. And then you also understand how they work inside of the bigger picture. So the reason that I'm talking about this, these are actually Cren's cubes, K-R-E-N-Z.
Aurora says, I love this account. It's very hard to self-teach drawing to me, and it helps a lot. I'm so glad.
These are Cren's cubes. I don't know how much Cren's goes into the 5-point perspective stuff.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does. I think he really only does this stuff.
Yeah.
But these are really good exercises.
I think Gene put into 5-point perspective. I think.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know.
I remember he was like,
and then can you give me my phone?
Taught what he didn't teach. Your phone. Okay. Is it normal that I can't draw on my own, but I can draw well with a reference? Yes, that is completely normal. A lot of the time we kind of have to rely on reference, especially to know what things look like. If we try to draw a car without a reference and we never drew a car before, it's gonna look bad, right? Mm-hmm. So the point of the reference is to just help you with the information. And then you just draw it a bunch.
So here's these boxes, right? Here's the front one. Here's that one. Here's the 22.5-degree one. Here's the 45-degree one. Here's the 67.5-degree one. So, right? Here's the upward one. That's 45 degrees. Here's the upward one. That's 22.5 degrees. So this allows you to get better at drawing objects in 3D and rotating them in your mind. So essentially, you practice this so much, it becomes muscle memory. You practice this so much, it becomes muscle memory, and then you get better at drawing things from any angle, really. It's super, super useful, and most perspective classes don't teach it this way at all. Right? These are some things that I did last night. Yeah. Like that.
Needs key thing for the follow. Is it better to draw boxes first or learn anatomy first?
Both.
You can do both.
I mean, I wouldn't say one or another first. Like, you can see that, like, these are on the... Those are on the grids. There's that Mickey one from last night.
I love that
with
one.
The ring. Yeah, these were what I was doing last night.
Is there a way to rewatch these lives on TikTok? Yes. We actually have a YouTube channel.
Yes. This is actually... We're actually live on our YouTube channel right now, and it's saved. And you can actually see a much wider view on YouTube than TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok can only see about...
That much.
This much. YouTube can see about 50% more on the sides. It's a lot wider than what TikTok sees.
And our channel is Draw Anime Academy. It's the same name.
Yep. Draw Anime Academy. You can get there from our profile. There's a button that allows you to get there, right? And here's this. Here's this one right here. Here's this one right here. Wow, this is a very juicy marker.
And thank you, Aurora, for the follow.
Right, and it's all those. So basically, you're just like, oh, I want to draw a box that's like this. You know, you can do that. You can draw the back side
Thank you, Ceci, for the follow.
as well. So just getting better at drawing boxes using this method. And like this, the crazy thing about this circle is like this is the real perspective. Like this is actually how the world is. 1, 2, and 3 point perspective is just a simplification of like a little section of this grid, right? Like 1, 2, and 3 point perspective. Here, look. That's 2 point perspective. That's 3 point perspective. That's 1 point perspective. This grid is the whole picture, right? And of course, there's beyond the grid, like
Beyond
out
the Grid.
here.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Beyond the Grid. That's a good YouTube channel name.
Yeah.
Like this.
Bye, cat.
But that's when you see more than 180 degrees. Because you're looking straight up, you're looking straight down, left and right. And then, of course, beyond this right is like I'm starting to look behind me. And so you're going to get another box out here that's kind of like this.
Do you think drawing side profile multiple times until it becomes muscle memory is a good way to draw it?
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not
yeah,
bad. You
that's
can
good.
try it. Yeah.
I don't know how else you would do it. Drawing something enough times that it becomes muscle memory is basically how you learn to do almost any drawing. It's also obviously really important to understand like why things
Are happening. It's not just like copying. Like I feel like if you copy it, or not copy it, if you draw multiple times until it's muscle memory, it may only just be like a sticker. So like you may only know how to draw a side profile in that particular style or way.
Drawing is a combination of memorizing shapes and stickers and also understanding the deeper.
Yeah.
Like, I could start with a sticker. There's a diamond. And then I can add the box to it. Not that it's a very accurate box. Like, I could start with the sticker to help me get the angle, right? I could start with the sticker and go... There's a sticker. There's a box. So, yes, memorizing stickers. And by stickers, I literally mean like a two-dimensional, like a literal sticker, like the shape. It's like you don't understand what it is. You just see a random shape, right? Like a sticker, like, you know, maybe it has like the little border around it, right? And if you memorize that shape, it can help you, you know, start to do this kind of stuff or whatever. So yeah, you got your 45 degree on the side right here. Like that. You got your 22.5. You're rotated a quarter of a turn. You got another quarter of a turn.
It's the same thing, but just on the horizon line.
Right
it's
here.
Like on the sides.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this middle is this. Right? This one on the edge is this. Rotating around like that.
Ah.
That. It works like that. And you could go around the whole edge and just do that.
Whoa,
right?
that's cool.
It's basically that kind of thing.
Hey, Rusty. As beginners,
welcome. It's
how
been a
should
long
I
time.
start practicing anatomy?
Just, you know, general figure drawing classes, learning proportion, general
Basic forms of the body.
gesture drawing, basic forms of the body, that kind of stuff.
Sometimes I would just say, just start. Just like pick up a pencil and just draw a pose the best you can.
Yeah, you can just learn like the envelope, like your torso is basically, you know, 2 boxes. You can have your head up here. That's an extra third, right? Let's just say, here's your weight supporting leg. My figure's gonna go off of this, right? And then maybe this is my leg that helps me keep balance. Maybe I've got a, right? We can do a center line, start to add volume in there.
Bye, Artemis.
Here's this neck, traps. Just can start to add volume. And if your proportions are right, you can start to add anatomy to this later, right? But that first bit, that's just like this. Pretty straightforward. It's just basically like 1 to 1. It's
Very
a
nice.
ratio of 2. And then this one up here is another one. So you've got a 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. And then the middle of this section is where your pelvis is. That comes down there. And then you take this whole thing and you multiply it down again. And that's your leg. And then that's your weight-bearing leg right there. And then your other leg, you can kind of put it wherever you want. It doesn't really matter, as long as it kind of helps you keep balance. There's your center line. This arm could come up.
Ooh, that's a very nice looking pose.
This arm could go back and then come over here if you want. Neck. Traps. Face. That's how I would recommend starting to learn how to draw people, because if this figure is proportionally accurate, you can add the anatomy and muscles and everything over top, you know, deltoid, pectoralis, traps, abdominals, right, rib cage, you know, your sartorius, your kneecap,
Thank you for the heart, me.
all these, you know, all these things in there. Calf,
Thank you for the follow.
calf.
Kuryu, thank you for the follow. Do I measure using the shapes?
Measure using the shapes. It's just proportions. You can just take a line and split it in half. That's like your measurement. Your shapes would have this ratio. The upper body, the torso, is just 2 by 1. So, you know, 2. And then your pelvis right there like that. You know, this is a little bit tall, but... And then you add an extra one on top, and there's a head. So that's, you know, your basic figure drawing. You pretty much learn that in any figure drawing class you would ever take. Of course, depending on the type of character you want, you would modify it based on this. But it's, you know, like that. I would recommend practicing this a bunch. And that's the basics for all of these characters and stuff that Christina was drawing earlier. Like this type of stuff, it's all based on that. Like this is the figure drawing that she learned. So these are extreme foreshortened characters, but they still have these ratios just going away from you. That one's fun.
Yeah, I like that one. So what about a figure from top down and bottom up? You would basically just
They're foreshortened.
foreshortened, yeah.
Where's a pen?
Pen? This pen?
The iPad pen? Where did that go?
Oh, I don't know where that. Oh, wait.
It's not on the
oh, here
iPad.
it is.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's foreshortened, so. Right, there's a foreshortened plane.
Hi, Toby. Did you take a good nap?
It's like that. You still have your 1-to-1, but it's just foreshortened instead. So your box would kind of look like, you know, would look like that. You know, that's kind of a bad box. Hold up. You know, your box of the upper body would look like that, basically. But it's still a 2-to-1. It's just in perspective. So if you can't do a 2-to-1 not in perspective, you definitely can't do it in perspective. And so you essentially practice this so much that it becomes second nature. And then you learn the perspective like this, and then you combine them. So it's a lot of work. Like drawing figures in extreme perspective like this is no joke. Like that's difficult stuff. That's super, super, super hard. And so there's a lot of foundation. Like flying a fighter jet, right? It's like, well, how do I do the barrel roll and how do I shoot the missile? It's just like, can y'all even read the dial? It's like, how do you open the cockpit? Like there's a lot of prerequisite stuff that goes into this. Like Christina's been a professional artist for years and she's doing these as homework. So and I don't want that to be like discouraging. That's actually like encouraging in my opinion. Like that's awesome.
Well, I think it's more like just showing that I'm not a genius. I had to work hard and do the homework, and anyone can do it.
Yeah, anyone can do
It's
it.
like it's not like if I'm smarter than anyone else or whatever. It's
yeah,
like
that's a fun one.
yeah, I like that one a lot.
So there's that one, and then she literally drew this, and then she drew on top of it and just added some of the forms and stuff. So proportions first, then muscles. Generally, if you take pretty much any figure drawing class, they're going to teach you proportions first, give you a bunch of homework, and then once you get more used to the proportions, they will have you start doing other stuff. But you don't have to learn in any particular way. I mean, people have taught figure drawing for a really long time, and so they found a pretty good method to teach people how to draw human beings. Like the science behind learning how to draw human beings has been around for a long time. Like this is pretty established stuff.
Yeah. Another thing is that there's probably mistakes in this, but you might not notice it. But
Yeah,
I probably
like,
noticed it.
you
There's
don't-
definitely
Yeah, you don't really, like, you get to a point where it's kind of like good enough. Like, you get the point across. It depends what you want to do. If you want to be, like, super analytical accurate, or do you want to just be, like, a comic artist who's just like, oh, I want to draw, you know, her punching from a top view. Yeah, like that sort of thing.
yeah.
But I find this super, super fun and interesting. Oh. What time is it?
7:01.
7? We've been live for about 2 hours.
Yep.
I want to draw tonight, dude. I
Yeah.
want to get some homework done.
Ozzy, thank you for the follow. Well, maybe you want to wrap up?
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are interested, you can feel free to look at our anime art school. We teach a lot of like the anatomy. Like if you want to learn about the muscles, about on arms or the torso or the back, like we teach all of that in our anime art school. And Colton teaches a lot of really good perspective lessons and breaking things down into very simple forms. And
Yeah, we do have an online school.
it's honestly one of our favorite projects to have worked on. So yeah. If you
Yeah, that's our site right there. Drawanime.com. You can check it out. It's Anime Art School. It should be the yellow button if you're interested in that. We have a whole class on figure drawing. So anybody who's asking about like muscles and stuff, we teach all of that. We have classes on it. If anybody wants to learn about perspective and stuff, I have a whole class on it. If you want to learn about what
Rendering.
heads and faces and expressions and clothing and costume drawing and all that kind of stuff, we teach all of that on our site. We just we kind of go over a bunch of different stuff on live streams. But if you want it all organized and at your instant access whenever, you can just go to our site and check out our Anime Art School. ANIME Art School. Like that.
So yeah, if you want to like make your comic for the first time, or you've never created a character but you've always had that character inside your head, like we basically help you to do that. So yeah.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Is the live ending? That is a good question. Is it?
I think we're about to wrap up.
Maybe we'll wrap up.
I wouldn't mind doing more OC watercolor sometime again.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I want to try out the brush that I got recently.
Oh, yeah, Christina got these sick brushes.
Yeah, they're so good. Oh, I'm excited to use these.
Yeah, she got these new watercolor brushes that she's been wanting to try. She's just been using that terrible water brush pen forever. It's all stained and nasty.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, and it doesn't work really all that well.
Yeah,
so I'm ready to use these.
Yeah, she's gonna be doing more stuff like this. There's Miki. Bunch of characters. When was that? Last Friday?
No, that was not last Friday. That was
Friday
2 Fridays
before?
ago.
2
Yeah.
Fridays ago?
I believe so.
Oh, that's fun.
They were fun.
OC watercolors, yeah, it's like a whole new thing. You really did miss out. You've been missing out on a lot.
And we also did some character designs on Friday.
Yes.
Friday as well.
Yeah, I could actually find that on the iPad. Is it?
Yeah, it's on the iPad.
All right, let's check really quick. Gallery. What was this? So live character designing. Ooh, that's fun. Water balloon girl, paintball girl. I would still like to explore this idea more.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do some.
I feel like you should do a character design.
Oh, those were fun. Well, I still like this one a lot. I think it would be really cool to explore this girl, and she'd have like a really big like handkerchief or something, or like a scarf, right?
Yeah.
And maybe she'd have like a knot.
Ribbon. Oh, that's heckin' cute. Yeah, I can imagine that.
That'd be kind of cool. I kind of
makes
like
me
that
want to
idea.
drink.
Yeah.
Give me some of that water.
What? You want this?
Yes.
I like that. That one's cute. There's that paintball gun. I think it would be sick to like do a series where we actually go through and like study a new subject matter to design a character based on it.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
That's
like
cool.
actually like a long process where we're like really learning stuff. That's cool. What's this? Wait, what the heck? When did this happen? That's cute.
Oh, that happened a very long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
That's our kitties. Anime form. That's Applejack. That was Poppy and Toby.
Oh. That one's fun. Dang. We definitely got a lot better.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oops. We'll go back to this. Well, that's it. That's the aftermath. That's a fun one. I
Yeah.
like that one. She's like...
Like that.
I think they do a lot of crap like this in like animated shows like Avatar and Korra, where they do like a bunch of fighting choreography and everything.
Yeah,
They go
with
like
a bunch of
really
spinnies.
intense with it. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
All right, then. I think we're going to wrap up. I'll switch spots with Christina.
Careful of Toby. Nah, he's fine.
Where is he?
He's behind us.
Toby!
Does chat want to say goodbye to Toby?
Yeah.
He's so tired. I don't want to wake him up.
Okay.
I won't be able to resist, though. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna be doing probably some drawing and homework and stuff tonight. Might be in one of the VCs in the Discord or something, probably. Maybe so. Maybe we'll.
I think I'll work on my painting today. I want to get it started. I already have my oil paints out.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't want it to dry.
Maybe I should do that too. Honestly,
Okay.
I do want to draw a bit on my computer
Oh
tonight.
yeah, for sure.
Dahlia, maybe we'll hang out again and do some art homework or something. And for everybody else, I bid you farewell. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. And see ya. And YouTube, we'll check you. We'll catch you later as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.